Okay, good morning. Uh, this is fourth unit. Okay, that is called employee role in service designing. So I hope if you have seen videos, we have studied about the different levels of gap. Gap 1, gap 2, gap 3, gap 4, gap 5. Okay. Already gap 1 and gap 2 we have already covered in videos. Okay, in YouTube videos. You can go and check it. And this is gap 3. That is called employee role in service designing. So you all know that 7 P's of service marketing. The three threes are people, process, physical evidence. So here we are talking about people. It might be customer or it might be the employee who is giving the services or employer. So in the world of the business, keeping customers satisfied and retaining them is vital to continued success. When it comes to product, okay, you can say goods, their customer satisfaction is totally depend on the basis of usage of the product, correct? But when it comes to service, it is totally based on not only the what they are giving services, who is giving services and who is taking the services. So these two things matters a lot. And if customer is satisfied in services, you know how things happens in service. For example, if you go to hotel, okay, food is very nice, but the waiter, how he behaved with you, or a reception, how he behaved with you, food was awesome, but these two things were not happy with, you were not happy with that, then you are not satisfied. Even though food is good, you eat with anger because of the behavior of the service boy. Okay. Often the employees who work face to face with these customers are the one who determine their levels of satisfaction. As in boss, I can't come to know how much he is satisfied. And that will come to know only with the help of employee. They are the main people. Okay. For example, if you're traveling through plane and suddenly there is a, you know, there is something happen in plane. Okay, for example, so air hostess come and with politeness she will say with very empathic and sympathetic manner that your service is delayed. We are sorry for that. So please, we will recover that service. They will say very politely. Okay, they communicate this. Okay. Next thing, keeping them content with the company and preventing them from looking elsewhere for someone to meet their needs. So if you are not satisfied with one services, so obviously you are going to switch it. So always customer try new thing. So when he try new thing, either the service should be new or else he is dissatisfied with the old services. Okay. Instead of ignoring the impact your employees can have upon the overall satisfaction level of your client base. Even though food is not best, then also employee can play a big role in that. Okay, because of the behavior, how he showed you, and the things how he acted with you. Okay, all the nature he has shown you. With that, you are happy with it, even though if there is a problem. For example, and as a service encounter, you ordered something else has they brought you. So obviously you will get angry. Okay, what you do? You will say, I have not ordered this. I had ordered something else. No, sir. Now we can't replace. It means you will be dissatisfied. Most of the cases, big hotels, what happens? Sorry, sir, we will replace it, and they will take it back and they will give the exact food. So here again you are satisfied. Okay, things how the employee manage. So keep this power in mind and encourage employees to make the most of the power they wield, helping your business achieve success. So people is important one. Same thing, take the example of college, institute. Who are the customer? You are the customer. Now who is the employee? I'm the employee. Okay, but owner is something different. We are the employee. And your satisfaction is totally dependent on us. Okay, if you're not satisfied, we should make sure that somehow you will get satisfied with different things. That is our job. In every service industry, this employee plays an important role. Now what he does, he ensures customer satisfaction, environment creation, nice environmental creation. For example, if you go to some, hotels in Bangalore, I don't know in Bijapur how it happens. If the hotel came to know that today is your birthday, if they accidentally came to know, or anniversary, so they will give some complimentary to you, or they create an environment. Okay, there will be a song for that particular occasion. They do. This is creation of environment. Next, relationship building. Yes. If, for example, if you go to a barber shop or a beauty parlor or somewhere, you have a particular barber from whom you want to cut your hairs. Correct? Why? That is the relationship building, what he has developed. He does what exactly you want, and he knows what you want. And that becomes the relationship building. Okay? Same thing with the doctor. Doctor is also service. Same thing with the advocacy. Same thing in hotel. You will search for that particular waiter, and you will sit in that row, in that particular row where that waiter is serving. There will be different waiters, but you will sit only that place where that person is sitting. Next is representing the product. This is again important. Okay, representing the product means for example, just difference between two beauty parlors, a normal beauty parlor, some extraordinary beauty parlor. He make a showcase of it, and he use some new brushes or whatever you say, and he design it very presentingly, or else just normal type of your beauty parlor. So you find the differences, how they are acting. Or for example, barber shop you are going, and nowadays they will use one paper over here. Okay, they will grip it. Okay, then they will cut your hair. Then they will wash your face. Earlier it was not there, but now it is available. And he asked, "Shall we wash your face?" You can say yes. If you go to again bigger one, they wash your head also. Depend. Okay, depend on the things, how much you are ready to pay. And if you go to hotel industry, he represent the product. Okay. Now next, boundary spanners interact with both internal and external constituents. Now what is boundary spanners exactly? Okay. So boundary spanners means simple thing. Who is the main person between the management and the customer or external environment, internal and external environment? Who? Who is the main person? Internal environment and external environment. Who is the main person? Employee. The end employee. A simple question to you. Answer me in two ways. Hotel, one is a hospital. Okay. In hotel, who is the boundary spanner? In hospital, who is the boundary spanner? In hotel industry, who is the boundary spanner? And in hospital, who is the boundaries? Both are services. Who is the boundary spanner? I told you what is boundary spanner. Who is the connection between internal and external? Okay. Now in hotel, who is? You should say waiter. Low class, but waiter is the main person. Hospital? Doctor. Hospital? Doctor. Because in hospital, doctor is the only person who knows what is with the customer. Got it? That depends on services boundary spanners change. If you see the example, external environment and internal environment, the board meeting or the whole organization, and to the word and to the customer, the main person is the employee, the end encounter level employee. Now, what is boundary spinning roles? Interact with individuals and group outside the organization to obtain valuable information to help the innovation process. Correct? Always waiter asks, how was the services? How was the food? Who asked? Waiter. Even barber asks. So they are the boundary spanners. And boundary spanning role allow a company to gain more innovation information from other businesses. You might have seen some of the outstanding businesses. I don't know whether you came across to it or not. Okay, if you go to big cities, you will understand this. A different type of service level, which innovation has been seen. For example, if you want to take a service of your tooth decay, okay, you have an decay. So how you will take the appointment? You have to go, you have to make a card, you have to sit whenever your number comes, so you will get the services. But in Metro or Manipal, it is not like that case. You can book online, Saturday, Sunday. So you can book online, they will tell you the timing, exactly on that timing your service will start. That is the innovation process. Why only Saturday and Sunday? Those are weekends, because Bangalore almost works for. Here, I can say to someone, I can go. I have some problem, I can go. But in Bangalore, it is not the case. So they have to find some innovative skills. Now, what is boundary spanning communication? Okay, it includes meeting with other companies for planning, informal conversation, and written communication. Okay, it is important for the company to maintain communication with different companies to help them gain the knowledge needed to develop an innovative product. So innovative product means what? Changes, customization. Okay, something new. Simple, again, I will take the simple example. How were the barber shop earlier and how are the barber shops now? Earlier and now. You will find nice environment, ACs will be there, good equipments they will handle. This is the new thing they are coming up with, barbershop. Hotel industry. Hotel industry. Now you can find different variety of food items which are coming up. That is the innovation they are bringing. Okay. Next, it is essential to communicate formally through meetings, but communication can also be done through informal methods of communication. Because formally, they will speak formally. In informally, you can get everything what you want with the communication. Using informal communication methods such as emails, phone calls allow the managers to communicate the information and still have the ability to concentrate on internal, external issues that may occur. So you can do this. Okay. Next, boundary spanning roles, continue. Subordinate service roles. Okay. In subordinates, where customer purchase decisions are discretionary. Okay. Example, waitress, bellman, and driver. That is called subordinate oriented. Professional, just now I told you with an example, hotel and hospital, who are the type of role. So waitress does the subordinate, and in professional, doctors. Okay. Now, emotional labor. Can you see and tell me what is emotional labor? Give an example. Read it and tell me what do you understand? Emotional labor. Yes, emotional labor. Any answer? Okay. If you admitted into hospital, who is nurse to you? Who is nurse to you? Nurse, nurse. Who is she to you or he to you? Nothing. But how she cares? She cares like a mother or she cares like she knows. That is emotional she is bringing in her, which is suiting for that particular job. Same thing, waiter. Same thing, doctor does the emotions when he's serving. He builds the trust. Same thing, air hostess does. Same thing, barber does. Okay, they bring the emotionality which is required for the job. That is called emotional labor. Every job require emotional. I told in 5-star hotel, you'll get a huge salary. Okay, just to welcome the people. But what exactly you are adding? Whoever he may be, however he may be, however she may be, you have to put a smile. You have to follow all the etiquettes and you have to welcome. That is your emotional you are adding to the job. That is called emotional labor. You can see these examples. How air hostess does emotionality. Always keep smiling and always helping you. Same thing with the waiter also. Same thing with the nurse also. Okay. So just first one you just see. These include analysis of decision making in terms of expression of emotion. Expression of emotion means God will salute you. No need to salute you, but again he salutes you. Why? He is bringing emotions for that job. He has to bring to survive in that particular job. Okay, whether actually felt or not, as well as it is opposite. So the suppression of emotion that are felt but not expressed. Now you see the examples below. Flight attendant, daycare worker, nursing home worker, nurse, doctor, store clerk, call center worker, teacher, social worker, as well as most roles in the hotel, motel, tavern, bar, pub, and restaurant, as well as jobs in the media such as TV and radio. They add emotions. Pehli bar, they say, first time in the history. How they are adding emotions. Breaking news. Just they can say old typical type of Doordarshan, breaking news. Aaj ki breaking. But now they will say 5 to 6 times. Aaj ki breaking news, sirf or sirf ABP news channel. So they are adding the emotions. Now coming to the this one, teacher, school teacher. She acts like a mother. She is bringing that emotions. That is called emotional labor. Now, what are the conflicts which arises? Okay, these are important one. Okay, sources of conflict for boundary spanning workers. So there are 4 here, but actually important are 3. Person versus role. Okay, a simple example, person versus role I can give you. You are having your own hairstyles. You are having your own dress wearing. Okay, all how apparel part. But once after finishing MBA, you are going to get a job. But that job require you should be clean shaved. You should have proper haircut. You should wear only formals. You should have nice shoes. This is the job requirement. And this comes as a conflict. Person versus role. Suppose before doing LLB, a person is having long hairs. Okay, he is wearing hoodies and all styles. Just after finishing the LLB, he has to become advocate. Advocate is a service, professional service. Now, just imagine from that person to becoming an advocate, what is the conflict arises in the mind. Okay, you might have seen so many people have changed after the finding the jobs. The reason is they have to change, or else there will be a conflict. Okay, just see this. Employees feel that they must suppress their own personalities or value to effectively perform their job. Your rude, your anger, that will not work if you become a teacher or if you become a reception. No, it's not going to work. Okay, if you become an HR, if you become a customer relationship officer, if you're rude, anger, you don't know how emotions, you're not going to survive. Not even survive, you will not get selected also. Okay, but you require it. Okay, next, organization with client. Employees are faced with conflict needs of the organization versus the customer. Whom to listen? Whether I should be from organization side or I should be on customer side. Example, I just pause it. Okay, client versus client. These conflicts occur when employees serving multiple customers with conflicting needs may not be able to satisfy everyone. Obviously, you know the characteristics of services, heterogeneous. Okay, standardized, no, not standardized. They always change. Goods are standardized, services are not standardized. Quality versus productivity. Whether to focus on more sales or whether to focus on quality. You might observe this when there is a very huge rush in a hotel, you will not find quality, but they are giving the productivity. If the customer are on an average, you will find quality also. Okay, this video I have completed already, efficiency and productivity. If you have seen, you can understand. If you have not seen, you can't understand. Even that video I have given a chart also. For example, 100 capacity is there in a hotel. If they fill 80%, what will happen? Okay, 90%, what will happen? 100%, what will happen? 70%, what will happen? If you have seen, you can understand. If you have not seen, you can't understand. Okay, now you just no need to tell again, just it's a theory part. Again, same thing, personal versus role conflict. Okay, organization client, already explained. Inter-client conflict. Okay, so inter-client is nothing but client to client. Okay, example you can see, sometimes conflict occur for boundary spanner when incompatible expectation and requirement arises from two or more customers, which you can't survive. If you go to nearby hotel in Bijapur, if you want extra onion, they will give you, no issues. Okay, but if you go to Chennai and all big hotels, if you want extra onion, they will charge. And more, for example, one customer is okay, he is regular, another customer is just now came. Because he is the regular customer, he wants some extra gravy or something. So you are ready to provide. By looking at that, another customer also ask. So what happens here? Conflict arises. Okay. So now see the main thing, that is key factor leading to service provider gap 3. So before going this, if you have any doubt, you can ask me.